there. I'm addressing this directly to Morara because his team was one of the first people to say that I am a sellout. And if I hear it from the team, unless you denounce what the team said, effectively you're saying that you also endorse the message that I am a sellout. But you walk into a crowd. One, you want to walk in there conspicuously with a program going on. You did not figure out what was going on the ground. I've seen people circulating a fake apology video that was cut from a video I'd made days ago, claiming that that's my apology for Bomas. I need to make this very clear. I am not sorry that I was at Bomas. I do not in any way regret speaking at Bomas. And I do not owe anyone an apology. A lot of the people that have talked to me and asked me, they've told me that they're wondering why I did not speak about Morara's attack. One, anybody who has a functional noggin knows that the attack on Morara was absolutely wrong. But who planned that attack? It's you. I know you want to blame it on some goons, but it is you. You are the biggest enabler of the people who meted out violence on Morara. Yes, you're the young person. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a young person, you are the one who sponsored that violence. If you're an old person, you're the one who sponsored that violence. Then you come and call me a traitor or a sellout. Where were you? You all were typing and you all lied to each other and shared posters and said that you were going to go for public participation. Where were you? And don't lie that you are locked outside, because even the people who are locked outside were not saying the things that you wanted to say. You're saying that you wanted to crucify me for not saying Ruto must go. Show me videos of people who are saying Ruto must go at Bomas. You were supposed to come there for that public participation. You were the one who was supposed to do that, but you didn't show up. You want to be an armchair revolutionary. You want to be a revolutionary from your couch or from your bed, so that you outsource confidence. And I say this again, this is where I will call out Morara and his team. For example, one of the biggest lessons I learned is there are no organic crowds in politics. Wakenya mtaki kusikia hii. You think that you have organic crowds. Because I watched the videos, I was not at Bomas when Morara was attacked. If I'd seen that attack, I would have condemned it very vehemently. However, because I've been watching videos, how do you walk into a place in a crowd that we've not mobilized? And this is why I also say it's the Kenyans who sponsored violence against young people. The Kenyans hate us. The Kenyans hate the frontliners. They hate you. But I was watching that video. You walked into a theater full of people, and I'll just address this, and this has to be very clear. I do not condone the attacks. I do not condone any violence meted upon you. This is a castigation to the Kenyans, but it's also a cautionary word. It is one of the biggest political lessons I've learned, because I've paid for it dearly, and now I think we need to address it. You walked into the crowd, and you had not made prior preparation for the crowd. You did not know who had mobilized it, and you, just like me, believe that Kenyans of goodwill are the ones who had gone there. I'm addressing this directly to Morara because his team was one of the first people to say that I am a sellout. And if I hear it from the team, unless you denounce what the team said, effectively you're saying that you also endorse the message that I am a sellout. But you walk into a crowd. One, you want to walk in there conspicuously with a program going on. You did not figure out what was going on the ground, and then I hear that you started chanting things that were contrary to what happened in the ground. Then I'm the one who's being castigated on the internet, being called a sellout. I also went into Bomas. People said I got in there with a GK vehicle. Weka evidence kwa kalatas. I want people to show, because I was wearing a tuxedo. And two, as much as you might want to deny it, I am a very difficult man to miss in a public function. Show me the videos of me getting in. Yes, I snuck in there. I asked myself, because I was alone, I did not have a security team or a security detail. Nikaingia, I talked to the same police who locked the doors, who are trying to nini. But if you talk to them, anyone who's being honest knows that day the police were not being violent. Anyone who, if you talk to them properly, they would have guided you. They guided me and they told me, wewe kulingana na vile umeongea, pitia huu mlango mwingine, and they escorted me. And McOure, I also almost experienced some violence from some people, and I ran into a room, but I'll cut that long story. Nilisikiza ground, nikauliza tunasema nini, and I asked so many people. There's a lady who pointed me, akasema ndio ule janzi mwingine hapo wanataka kutu nini, wasikuwa amekuja kuongea. Then nikatoroka, wasikuwa mikuja kutubia mkutano kusema vitu zenye hatujakuja kuongelea hapa leo. Then I listened and asked what's happening on the ground. Kusema, is Gachagua going? They said yes. Is Ruto going? And they said usilete mambo ya Ruto hapa. You, as a Kenyan who's watching this, and you want to start typing all those silly ideas that are in your mind. Oh, street as hell out. Where were you? Where were you when you were setting us up? You promised that you would come, and you said that you're rallying behind us, and you've always tweeted and put the hashtag Kufa Dereva Kufa Makanga. Where were you? You're such a joker. You are such an irresponsible Kenyan if you're watching this. Because you are the change. We are supposed to be the change, but you're delaying the change because you think your work is more important than the work for this country. You've delegated it. So mimi, I'm a child of a lesser mother. Mimi kwangu nalipanga hospital bills ama nalipanga commodity bills na Viva, comrades Viva, sindio? Don't be silly. Anyways, Bomas happens the way it happens. I speak truth to power, and then you come and castigate me and talk about the platforming, which you are not doing either way. And again, like I said, if this is another video that you're watching about Bomas and you had forgotten, if that other one had not answered you, shukia hapa sasa hivi. I'm willing to take this journey with 100 followers online, but 100 followers who can actually reason and take balanced opinions. So you did not come to Bomas. You, as the Kenyans, you sponsored the attacks on Morara. Yes, you are the ones who ensured that public participation was a sham. You are the one who enabled all the bad behavior you've seen at Bomas. How, you ask? Because you did not come. Because you're not a man of your word, you're not a woman of your word, and all you thrive in doing is bringing people down and insulting people. That's your contribution. Yes, you sponsored it. Then you're saying, oh, I've sold out, I was sitting. Show me videos of me at the podium when the attack was happening. Yes, because you have these wild ideas in your head. Show me the videos. Weka evidence. Because for me, all you people usually do is you say claims, but you cannot produce evidence. It's just GO photos. It's been seen with who. Mkijua watu nimeonekana nao. Watu nimepigwa picha nao kwa nchi. Anyways, long and short of the story, I am not sorry for Bomas. Shame on you for making Bomas a failure if you feel it was a failure. But guess what? You see those people who are at the Bomas, they're the people who usually show up for maandamano, they're the people who usually show whatever opinion you have, and they are equally Kenyans. You are not more Kenyan than those people. Kitu sikudanganye. We want to despise these people and say that they had been paid 500, they'd been paid 1,000, paid 200 shillings. These are the people for action. If we can manage to convince these people and win them over ideologically, that's how we make progress. You are a failure to the Kenyan people. Jiangalie kwa mirror. Mtu mwenye unawatch video on your phone, you're a failure. And be damned for thinking you're any better than the people who are at Bomas. Kama ulikuwa Bomas, big up. Thank you so much for supporting the motion of the impeachment. It's going on quite well. But kama pia ulikuwa Bomas, I would want us to think about politics differently. There's a way we can do it. There's a way we can do it peacefully. There's a way we can do it sustainably. And I believe that kama ulijitolea, ama hata kama ulimobiliziwa, it shows that your material conditions cannot allow you to stay at home. Regardless, I'm not judging you for receiving money from an MP or whatever, because kama najiita mtu anaweza mobilize, I should have out-mobilized those MPs. I should have found the thing that would have been more convincing than money, but I didn't. Mkenya pia asijaribu kukudharau. All of us are Kenyans, na tutapeleka tu kitu pole pole. Again, we cannot be the country that tolerates, that promotes intolerance. If it is a safe democracy, we kama unataka Gachagua abaki ama unataka Ruto abaki, you are as much a Kenyan as the people as we who want the entire presidency to go. So in protection of our democratic space, in finding that middle ground, in treating each other as humans, that's where we'll find the change. That's where it's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen. Yet again, I'm not sorry for Bomas. Bomas was my first day in politics. It's a day I learned very key lessons. There are no organic crowds in politics most of the times. Do not grow to a crowd that you've not mobilized. If you do, study it first. 3, any crowd that you see in Kenya is probably made of Kenyans. There's a way that if we truly listen to what the people say, without trying to advance our agenda, without trying to look like heroes, it's very easy for us to convince these people. And 4, we win people over by speaking with them, not talking to them or talking at them. And I hope that this uncomfortable video, I know there are parts which are rather uncomfortable for you to hear, but these are the kinds of discussions. This is where now I'm starting from. This is where we are building it from here. Now we'll start it as a rough course discussion, and then as we go, we refine it as we go. But I'm not sorry for bombers.